Again, Mrs. Spec didn't put the microphone on.
Yeah, it was my fault. My fault. Sure, blame me again.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Again.
He was talking and talking, yapping
Yes,
and yapping.
I was talking.
And like, no,
the microphone was not on. She didn't turn the microphone on before she gave it to me.
What would I turn it on before I give it to you? I gave it to you for you to set it up.
It can't be my fault. Of course not.
Mira. I'm telling you, you're gonna wake up with a couple of one more under your hand.
Like I was just telling Mrs. Spec, this blue safari that's on the screen belongs to an expat in Chapala in Ajijic, Jalisco, which is a huge area where expats
like to go live.
Yeah, there's a whole community there. So he's like, well, I'm marking it down from 349,900 pesos down to whatever, and so that's a good deal. Well, it wasn't worth the 349 to begin with, but I mean, if he's leaving the country, just take it to the U.S., import it, and sell it over there. He'll get a lot more money than he's going to get here. But I didn't publish it because he already has it all over the Facebook Marketplace groups and everything. So it really wouldn't do any good. He probably has it on the Samba too. So let him sell it. It's still on my website, but in case anybody asks about it. But other than that, I didn't publish it.
So anyway, Dan is here.
Hello, Danny. Boyd.
Here. Long Range Garage.
Lone Range. Hello. What was the second one?
I didn't say oh. I said was here.
Oh.
I'm going from the beginning. Mark Sauvé also.
Hello, Mark.
Dan, Dean Stevenson.
Dean Stevenson, I can see him.
Yes, Dan said hi also. They're saying stuff. Dan says, don't know if my tired old ass will make it. Dean says, sure will. Dean says, can you make fresh without Danny Boyster? And Buddy Carfano's here.
Hello, Buddy.
Says hello, everybody. Then is there a safari? Is a safari even a thing?
Yes, it is. It is.
Dan says, like, how I can't listen to ACDC anymore. Mark says hello. Dean says, lol. Sort him out, Miss Spec. Sheesh. Definitely. Mark says, why does a Mexican car have snow tires? Well,
I wouldn't call them snow tires, but I've seen those tires on the Safaris. I've seen them on Ormigas. I've seen them on a lot of Volkswagen products. So it's just the tires that they happen to be putting on them.
Thunderbird is here.
Hello, Thunderbird. Yes, Tony ended it early, which he keeps doing for one reason or another.
I haven't read the message. Why are you reacting to it yet? You're supposed to say hi and then
do it. Then read the message.
¿Cómo le dices bien antes de que digas nada? Dan says, your deadest shock absorbers shook me all night long from Louisville to St. Pete. Believe in Yourself is here.
Hello, Believe.
And they say hello, my friend is back. And chat. Okay, now you can say hi.
I did. Yeah, Tony's been ending it early every once in a while for one reason or another. So we had everything planned here. Okay, at 7 o'clock he's gonna end. I want to eat dinner at 7. I'll have enough time to do whatever I need to do before we start this. And he ended early. We're like, okay, is the food ready now?
So it makes me think, okay, from my perspective, they look like bias flight snow tires from the 70s.
I've seen them. The Ormiga that we're gonna go buy for a customer, it also has them. I can imagine how well the thing runs and drives with that, you know. But not much we can do about it.
Dean Stevenson says, I believe it's you. You are the problem, mister.
I am not a problem.
You are the problem.
I am not the problem.
Mm-hmm.
The cat did it.
Why is my jacket on the... I have to fix that. My jacket is not hanging from its hanger. It's on the, like, fallen. I have to fix that.
Oh, the Nova again.
So the word says pork rinds with mayo and mustard dip. Thank me later.
Those are too hard for my teeth, and I don't do mayo or mustard dip.
Okay, but have you tried them with with guacamole or avocado? Yeah, so good.
And chili, of course.
Put chili in your guacamole
Everybody
if you
puts
want.
chili on everything here.
You can put chili in your guacamole if you want.
Yeah, that's what everybody does here.
Usually tomato and onion. Oh man.
Stop yawning. I'm not yawning.
Te voy a pegar, vas a ver. I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. Thunderbird says no guac. Sounds good. Yeah, it does.
Okay,
It does taste good.
Thunderbird is at no, comma, guac sounds good. Or no guac sounds good, which means you don't want it on there. I don't know which one it is.
I do, but I'm gonna let you figure it out.
Well, he'll have to clarify.
You're such a pain in the ass. That's what you are. See, gotta have guac. Dean says you need to put on your eight the bunnies hats on and be part of the solution. Makes it effect.
I don't know what that is. And I don't usually wear hats. I have a UTG hat here, but
I'll have
that's
a
about it. Yeah, that hurts my head because it's so stiff.
Thunderbird says yes, guac sounds good.
Oh, okay.
See, your shaman is here.
Hello, Josh. Good to see you.
Hi, Josh. Susan says chili is actually a solution too.
Mm-hmm.
Dan
Is
says,
he saying chili is a solution to punish me or what?
maybe.
That would be bad for you.
Dan says the Ayatollah or guacamole. I don't know who Ayatollah is.
The guy that's the head of Iran.
Um,
Ayatollah. Ayatollah guacamole.
Whatever says basic and spec, you gotta get the fluffy pork rinds.
What is fluffy pork rinds?
I don't know the regular pork rinds, but like, is it
Like they inject air into them?
the?
They're still hard. There's no soft pork rinds. I don't think you'd want soft pork rinds.
Them pork rinds. They do sell them in a bag, like crisps. Very very European right there, like crisps.
Uh-huh.
But they also sell them fried on the road on what do you call it? At the park.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I know what pork rinds are.
That's fine. I thought you ate the food that ate the food.
Yes,
Well,
but
then
I
you.
don't eat the skin of the thing that they make the
Oh, poor thing. You're gonna die because you eat skin. What? Planet says watermelon flavored pork rinds.
food. I can't imagine that.
Oliver says, well, there are hard ones, but some brands are pretty gentle. Baker, it's brand is good. We only have one brand here of pork rinds.
And then people making them in their kitchen and selling them at the park.
Fair, fair.
They're not really a brand. They're fresh, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fresh if they're made in somebody's kitchen. But
I need.
what do you need?
Me pasas the yellow little towelette. You need to put oil on my chair. It's making too much noise. So you
The can of WD-40 is in the other room.
Yeah.
Dean says, okay, The Just Six Thinking Hats is a book written by Dr. Edward de Bono and published in 1985. Firefly's here, clings to the last of the bunt cake.
Hey, Firefly. You know what book I would like to read again? That I read. I don't know if you guys have read it. I don't know how old it is actually. Um, it's called The War That Saved My Life. It's a kids book or kids and teens. But it was really nice. I really enjoyed reading that book.
The
I would like to
war
read it.
that saved my life.
Yeah, the war that saved my life.
Mm.
The war that saved my life.
Thunderbird says Danny Boyd. Actually, one of my favorite is chocolate covered pork rinds. I make them.
I
And
can't
Stevenson
imagine
says
this.
yummy. Wildfly. Wildfly. Good evening, all. Thunderbird. What's bunt cake, Wildfly? Wildfly. He's in Canada, so he may not know. Mark Sauve. Mark underscore so underscore Vic. Wildfly. I'm munching on a fresh batch of homemade cookies. Aww.
Oh,
Are they
that's
still
good.
warm? Danny Boyd. Just don't hit it toward first. Dean. Facts. White. Emotions. Red. Caution. Black. Optimism. Yellow. Creativity. Green. And control. Blue. I would say money is green.
Patrick is here?
Patrick Sullivan's here. Look at that.
You just cleaned my glasses and they're dirty. How well did I clean them?
Hey, Mr., Mrs. and Mr. Spec. Hey, chat.
Hey, Patrick.
Wildfly. Nice. Josh, good to have you come. This is a nice looking wagon.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't like the rubber band tires, but other than that, it looks pretty good.
You're all over the green hat already. Yesterday was my book club meeting. It's not a monthly thing, but we do it like bi-monthly or something. No, bi-monthly, no, every
It's
2
gonna be a
months.
long story.
Do you want to tell a story? Go ahead. Go tell your story.
No, I want to read the comments.
I'm telling a story. Shut
and
up.
Firefly's talking about chocolate.
Good for him. I want to tell a story.
Well, tell a story before
Shut
before the
up.
comments go off screen.
I have it right here, and I can go back. So anyway, I've been reading, guys, a lot. It's fun. If you have tried it, recommend me a book that you would like me to read.
She reads in English.
Yeah, I do read in English. I don't.
Firefly, chocolate cake in a huge donut form. Bunt cake.
I would like to read Pride and Prejudice. I've never read that one. And I also downloaded 1984.
She's gonna find out 1984 is happening right now.
Yeah, I never read it before. I read the Animal Farm, and I read that one, but I haven't read 1984. So
Danny Boyd says no cake for my flab ass. It can be sugar free. Firefly says I say the center is for ice cream still. If you're gonna eat the whole cake at one time, yes.
Bercuda.
Bercuda. Yeah.
Mira, te lo ibas a pasar, te lo ibas a pasar. Mira cómo se pasa. I do the same thing.
I used to listen to AC/DC in the 80s.
I don't really listen to
Can you still hear? Do you have hearing loss?
I listen to Metallica. I like Metallica.
Same headbanger crap.
Mm.
Josh, that looks a bit like an army car on the outside. See, if I would have read the comments, I would have known what car he was talking about.
Aw. Dances ice cream and frosting. Dances Joshua like a cow over Volkswagen thing. Thunderbird says, what do you do with the middle part that's missing? Ever think of Simbits or some donut shop call them donut drops, I think.
They're usually called donut holes.
On a bun cake, you don't bake it with the middle part, so it's not technically.
No, the bun cake pan has a big cone in the middle, so you don't cook that part.
Yeah. Granddad's Junk is here.
Hello, Granddad's Junk.
Hello, the Mexi brother and Mrs. Mexican brother.
Mexi sister.
Oh, sorry. And Dean says it's fun reading Arctic Monkey lyrics too. Now we know what, Dean. I tried to listen to the song that you recommended right after the stream yesterday when I was getting ready to leave, but I forgot that I left the OBS on, and OBS messes with the speakers.
So it was this program that we're watching.
Yeah. The OBS program messes with the speakers, so I couldn't listen to the song.
Thunderbird can't stand AC/DC.
Religion is very good, brother, today. Very good today. Dean says, unfortunately, it stopped raining. I'm getting depressed. Log at the junk.
You getting depressed because it stopped raining?
Maybe he likes the rain. I like the rain. I like every time
until it floods the house.
Every time it rains, I drag Mr. Spec outside and I make him kiss me. Just outright out in the rain, like we're in a movie. Dan says, I used to like them, okay, and about 15 years ago, I heard enough. Yeah, you had enough. George Thomas says, not quite, but the great paint job makes it look very aggressive. Barracuda says,
You mean the wagon?
Barracuda says, I move on to being the Beach Boys' number one fan. Sorry, no, not a Beach Boys fan. And the junk says, you guys need to listen to real music, nothing face acid bath. I do listen to several bands, not just Metallica, and not just metal. Thunderbird says, Metallica, give me food, give me fire, give me salad down the side. Yeah, definitely. Dean says, as soon as I started walking home, you know that song?
No.
Ah, come on! I'm gonna play it after you. Anyway, as soon as I started walking home, rain, but now 600 meters from home it's clearing up. Dan says, Charles Manson was the Beach Boys' number one flunky for a while.
He thought he was.
Flunky. Butterfly says 1984. How many lights do you see? No, there are 5 lights. When we've broken you, you will surely see them. Yep. Is that a quote from the book?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to read it. But I do have some books that I will write before that. But yes, Stray Bullet is here. Hi, Stray
Hey,
Bullet.
Stray Bullet.
And this young says, Donatien is pushing you, Dean. Punishing you. Pushing you. So the bird says, hello, Stray Bullet. Candace Young says, good day, Stray, and Josh and Dan. Dean says, rain is so over romantic. It is.
Uber.
Uber romantic.
Like Uber, Uber.
That's what I said.
You said
Rain is so
Uber.
uber romantic.
You said Uber.
Uber romantic. Mrs. Ecstasy offered to pick me up, but it was raining then, and I said, heck no, dear. I know. Dan says, still hungry and done anything. Triple says, I was just watching Portland Andy in Hawaii. He went to the drag races.
How could they drag race on an island?
They can. They do it on Italy, and they do it on other
How can they do that?
Barracuda says ACDC's original drummer lives in New Zealand.
Hmm.
Joshua says good day to you here as well. Candace Johnson Thunderbird. Strawberry says, did you guys know that they have drag races in Hawaii?
No. What are you going to drag race in Hawaii? You're not allowed to do anything there. It's an island.
But it's pretty big, isn't it? I've never been.
The big island is. The rest of them aren't.
Then Steven says, yep, Eden gets some apples here. Thunderbird says, good day, Granda. And the chicks spout like the day, but places
They're talking to each other.
Says, if you would let me read, I wouldn't go over these messages. The guy from the East Beats was the brother.
Easy Beats, it says.
The guy from the Easy Beats was the brother of Angus and Malcolm Young of AC/DC.
I don't know the names of anybody in AC/DC.
Barracuda says Dennis Wilson just had to pick up those Manson girls, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Dan says Easy Beats equals Friday on my mind. Is that the name of a song? I don't know.
Could be.
It doesn't call back anything to me. Brandon Young says Patrick Brother. The Dean says they drag race on Clarkson Island. They do burnouts in Hawaii. And Butterfly says, oh, Thunderbird, still fighting with the Crown Vic, or did they mow the land like everyone else today? Did you mow the land? That's the easy eat.
That looks exactly like the front end that we have out there, where the tire looks like it's weird. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's just those cars.
I don't know, baby.
I don't know either.
So it says they actually have some pretty fast cars. The tracks is on Hilo.
Ilo.
Ilo?
Yeah.
Well, I know Ilo because I'm from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the pronunciation. I mean, specifically.
I think it's pronounced Ilo.
Now I'm confused because that's Spanish pronunciation.
They have their own language over there.
Fair. I'll allow it. Dean says, "In my old man looks good." Dana. The number says, Butterfly, no grass here yet. Actually, I put the 429 back into the T-Bird yesterday, and today I was working some bugs out.
Why do you have bugs in your car? We have bugs in our cars, but
anyway,
I know what you mean.
Right now, I'm reading it's not a trilogy. This the series. No, how do you call it? Not the series. The series. Right now. I'm reading the series of the Hunger Games. I have read the first 3 books, the original 3 books, several times, like 5, 6 times. I love them. And right now I'm starting with the next one. I haven't seen the movie of the 4th movie. I only seen the first, second, and third movie, but I haven't seen the fourth. So right now I'm making my way through the fourth book, and I also have the fifth book. So I'm working on those for my next book club. Dean says subliminal tuning reference in that song. But it sounds more fun than mowing the lawn. Dean says nothing matches mowing the lawn. I got to do it before it rained on Saturday. Dean says
It's easier than doing it afterwards.
Dan says Daisy Mags. What is it about you when I go
What?
What is it about you when I go
Still don't understand.
Why does it bother you when I make that noise?
Because it indicates you're thinking.
I'm thinking.
I don't like that.
Well, I'm reading over the messages to see which one I already read, and then I'm reading the message prior to see if they're just saying hi or talking to each other. Thunderbird says, "You know what's a good book? The Bible." Asco.
Don't. Hey, don't be a.
I'm sorry. That's why I'm laughing. I should not have said that. I'm so sorry. I'm like I have the worst.
We have to be Switzerland. We have to be Switzerland here.
I'm so sorry. I have the worst poker face.
Stray Bullet says, I don't know how they get the cars to Elo from the other islands, though. They might just leave the cars on. They probably have ferries like we have here, going in the Strait of California from here over to Baja California Sur. I would figure because people would be moving between the islands, right?
I apologize. I was raised Catholic, so I read some parts of the Bible. I don't like how it's written. I'm gonna say that. Dan says Old York AC compressors. Brandon says Mrs. Mexi is getting excited. Oops.
She realized her mistake halfway through.
Yeah, that's usually how it works with me. My mouth is faster than my brain. Dean says the Talmud is also good, Seabird. Data, which one's the Talmud? It's not which. Oh, which one is called yours? Which one's yours? The Talmud?
It's not mine.
Well,
Stray Bullet, my stupid neighbors blew all of their mowing cuttings on my property again. Tell them they need a newer mower that collects the stuff.
Dean says I've got lots of really good researchers.
It's got a lot.
It's got
really good researchers. Researchers.
Tengo calor.
See, I think the text to voice app would have a hell of a time with Dean's comments.
Was Dean on the chat? I didn't notice. I wasn't wondering who was talking.
No, and I was misspelling things to see what it would say, and it doesn't read what it should be. It reads exactly what's there.
Yeah, obviously. And
it was translating Tavo's comments into Spanish and Barracuda's comments into Spanish. It had a little icon after their name. I don't know what the icon was, but it indicated that they're from another country or something. So it translated into Spanish. So weird. There's still some bugs to be worked out with that too.
It does make sense back there. Yeah. But the main bug was that I couldn't see the screen. That was the main
yes,
main
we know
bug.
that.
Rafa says Mrs. Spec would recoil in horror at the Omen movie. I haven't seen it. I don't like horror movies.
I'll show it to her. If she's gonna make me listen to garbage music, she's gonna watch some movies. Stray Bullet says most of the inter-island travel is done by air in Hawaii.
Wait, I don't have Stray Bullet here.
They must have some kind of ferry though. Yeah, nobody's gonna pay to put their car on an airplane just to hop to the next island because those are small planes. You can't put a car in there.
Sorry, I didn't have it on all messages, so I didn't talk Stray Bullet.
Stray Bullet was locked out of her messages because she doesn't want to look at the TV.
No, because when I put it on live before the actual live catches up on my phone, it resets it for some damn reason. What is Mrs. Spec? Okay. Thunderbird says the Talmud is interesting, although I would say most people judge the Bible without having read it. It is still the best-selling book of all time, hence been printed the most.
Yes, the best-selling book because it's pushed down people's throats.
Mm,
It was not a choice for people to buy that, making it the best-selling book. And you got to look at the longevity of the book too. What other book has been printed for that long?
yeah. This one says this response AI. What the fuck? So it says they don't need a new mower. It's brand new. They just need to mow in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but it's not collecting the cuttings though. It's just shooting it out the side.
Dean says I really like that fox.
It is a really pretty car and complete with all the wheel caps and everything on the Aztec wheels.
Fireplace says lots of Catholic/religious horror movies in the 70s, known as the Satanic Panic era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Starting with The Exorcist.
And it just says, Stray, if they did that, it wouldn't annoy you.
Exactly. There is a reason they do it.
Dean says, and it slid down smooth as honey, but afterwards was bitter. So it says, locals don't island hop Mexican, and the tourists rent different cars on each island. Marcelo says, my nephew, when he was a kid, looked and behaved like the boy in The Omen.
Somebody cut his hair like that? Why would anybody cut a kid's hair like that? There were a lot of movies in the 70s about that kind of stuff.
You have made me watch movies that I don't want to watch, so I'm not watching.
You are too.
No, I'm not watching the Saw movie again. You forced me to watch that
I
one.
didn't force you.
You did
I
too.
did not. You could have walked out and waited outside.
I was underage.
And it was Jose. It wasn't me.
How would I waited outside? I was underage. No one to take me. Uh, and when Buffalo says, but I still like the old Hammer film with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in them. The Scream Queens from the Hammer films were absolutely gorgeous and could act. Chevrolet says it's 2.5 acres on 4 foot weeds they are mowing.
That's big cuttings.
Yeah. Dean says my wife's cousin is Damien. You can guess what he got called. Dean says he's my favorite. Rafa says spits out his drink.
Why did you spit out your drink, Firefly? I'm
Says,
afraid to ask.
The number says it's also the most stolen book they say. Very ironic. Also, I've noticed the Catholic countries tend to develop a very any Christian view, anti-Christian, maybe anti-Christian view, and for good reason. Sometimes Quebec is a perfect example. Uno's here.
Uno.
Hey,
hello,
Una.
Uno.
Says Yuba Juju, Black Magic, Chupacabra, Abracadabra, Voodoo Churro. Not during hockey playoffs. It's Vegas versus Utah, so I appreciate you waiting till not hockey cities play tonight.
Is there somebody playing right now? This is late.
Is that Vegas versus Utah? Firefly says Saw is not recommended by me. Only a certain group of people will like it. I didn't like it, but I couldn't leave. Dean said Dean says he's very good with money and always some. Always no man. Always no man. Regular says and Peter Lore. Buff the campus here.
Lori. Hello, Buff.
Hey Buff. Buff says
I hope
Buff
you're
is
getting
still
better.
sick. Buff is still sick today. This is Kim. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hello, Kim.
Hi Kim.
I hope he's feeling better.
Buff says hi yes, Peter Lore.
Lori.
I fixed it. Triple says almost all of my neighbors are ridiculously stupid. I mean,
all neighbors are ridiculously stupid. Stray Bullet.
I can identify
every last one of them.
Brother just look at Kim's sister. How's it going? Buff is still not well. Dean says, wish Buff Del Campo all the best. We love him, Kimberly. Buff says, never name your kid Damien. My kid's former playmate had that name. I did not care for his ill treatment of my daughter.
Firefly, a friend of mine here, his name is Gustavo Adolfo. I told him I will never call you that I will never use your second name. And there, I just said it.
Tribble says, hope he feels better soon, Kim. I was sick for 4 to 5 days, but I'm feeling better today.
That's good to hear, Stray Bullet.
Dr. Go is here.
Hello, Dr. Go.
Dr. Go says, hello, Mrs. Spec. I'm Mrs. Spec. Hi, Kim, and I'm sorry to hear Bob isn't feeling well. Wish home well from us. Josh Homan says, sharp looking car.
Yes, it is.
Una says, Aztec wheels. Never heard of, but intrigued now. Only Spec can spec Mustangos?
Yes. Only put on cars in Mexico. There was a couple of the wheels on these Mustangs that were only in Mexico. Made here and only used here.
Ursula says, thanks. I thought I spelled it wrong. I can do pretty good Peter Lorre impression.
Wow.
He says, my favorite YouTuber is O33 and Son. Great name, but that's just me. AI loves his content too. Five says, huh? Robert says, initials are very important to consider when naming a child.
Yes, that is true. You have to consider the name and what they're going to be called in school and everything. Oh, we kind of did that with mine. He has two common names as his first two names. Nothing out of the ordinary. Hundreds of other kids have his name. So
I'm not gonna tell my story about that one. Papa says we were careful about choosing a name.
mm-hmm. What's his initials? CDRP. CDRP. It doesn't mean anything, his initials.
Dan says, I know a guy whose initials are THC. Says, what are these wheels called?
I don't know. They're on a Volkswagen Atlantic. Volkswagen people would probably know.
The number says, Alex Stan Stevens might be a bad choice, for example. Dean says, DS equals DS, acting as a pun for the French word DC, meaning cups. Elijah says, Dan, he would be as the top bloke. He says, thanks, Mom. Dan says, Philip Irving Grant.
PIG. Usually in school they just use it. Well, not here. They use all four names, but in the U.S. it's just like they just use the kid's first and last name. Nobody would know that kid's name was Irving. Dan. It would just be Philip Grant, and he would be PG.
Hercules says, Ren and Stimpy. His boy was based on Peter Lorre.
Yeah, probably was.
I hated Ren and Stimpy. I don't like the
I don't like the animation.
The yucky cartoons, the disgusting cartoons. I don't like that.
I don't like the animation on that.
Also, Vaca y Pollito, cow and chicken, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Universal's child. Mother, do you love me?
Does a child ever ask that? Oh, he retracted that one too.
I was my mom.
Hmm?
I was my mom.
You did?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Young, very young. Before
Dang
teenager.
it, trying to type out a joke.
Tengo jícama.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to be here for a long time.
Ay, quiero jícama. Quiero yogur.
There's 400 pictures left.
Dame yogur.
There's 400 pictures left.
¿Qué quiero? Yo quiero yogur. It says Stewie Griffin. Mommy, 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 mommy.
Yeah.
It says, why don't I look like Peter Griffin?
Because you're not a cartoon.
Regular says, I don't like the animation of The Simpsons. Fair.
Well, it's been on as long as Mrs. Spec has.
Yep. From the 89.
Yeah.
From the 89 as well.
Actually, she's a little bit older because she was January of '89 and they came out a little bit later. We're not counting the No, we're not counting them coming out 2 years earlier on the other show. That's when The Simpsons started.
Papa says, then type it out. You blowed. No. Robert says, child, mother, do you love me? Mother, I like you as my friend.
Thunderbird. My son and I were out in the backyard, and I was telling him about my Fury. This is my first car. I bought her when I was 15. And he says, do you love your car more than you love me? I said, I've known the car longer.
You're such an You're such...
No follow-up question.
Deliver my fingers are greasy from pork rinds.
I had to wash my hands a couple of times because Mrs. Spec made me chicken wings with barbecue sauce. And I still have barbecue sauce under my nails.
I
But
left this,
it was
this
good.
brush there.
It was good.
Believe says, good answer.
Thank you. I thought so.
I'm gonna go get yogurt. Here, hold the check.
She does not prepare. She was never a Girl Scout.
I was watching something.
Yes, and you should prepare before we start this. Barracuda, I did a really good impression of Martin Sheen once. I never could do it again. Are you not winning anymore, Barracuda? Firefly, I cannot judge. I had ribs. Yeah, but Mrs. Speck puts the sauce. She cooks the wings in the oven and then puts the sauce on the wings and then puts it back in so the sauce can be seared into the wings and get a little bit hard, the sauce. Really good because it's it's got a high molasses content in the sauce. So really good. Stray Bullet probably better as well. Yep. Firefly. Finger food strikes again. Ribs is my favorite meal. Whenever we go out somewhere, we go on a trip or whatever, we find the place with the ribs. And Stray Bullet, I had meatloaf with barbecue sauce on it. I haven't had meatloaf in decades. Maybe we should try making it because we have a small oven that it would work in. Firefly. No, dry rub seasoning is more my speed.
Oh, I saw a dry rub at the store the other day. I didn't
Yeah.
saw the price though.
We're not going to get fancy here. We don't have the cooking places to do
We
it.
have the oven.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Thunderbird. I do a crazy good impersonation of a stupid person constantly fools people.
It said dry rub from the north or something like that.
Dean says, I love the X11. Is this the white one? Because there was a brown one too. I do like the white. Okay, here's a story with this Wagoneer. This thing was published 3 years ago. I got the guy on the phone. It's an older man. The thing was his son's. Now it has some damage on the roof. One of the tires was popped, all kinds of stuff. And he lives in the middle of nowhere, literally. It's an hour to the next town from where he is. He was supposed to send me pictures of what it looks like now, and then after washing it, what it looks like after he washes it. So, Barracuda. Martin Sheen in The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. Oh, Martin Sheen. Okay, I was thinking Charlie. Dean Stevenson. I like 16.7 second standing quarters in a front drive car.
So it says I can only afford meat with non-meat additives now. I don't get it. Pablo says I never did make meatloaf.
We're gonna have to try it. We're gonna have to get a recipe and then the square thing that you cook it in.
I have the part the
You
I have the bacon pan. Dean says, "Oops, seconds."
No, it's square like this. It's the glass one.
I don't have glass. I have metal.
Glass.
Chevrolet says, "You guys know that I live in California."
Uh-huh.
And Will the Drill is here.
Hello, Will.
Once again,
Thanks for joining us tonight. We're gonna be on for a while because there's a lot of pictures to show.
Barbara says, "Be right back."
Bring us some barbecue sauce. No chili. Here's another really nice Mustang, Dean. I don't like silver, but this one looks really good. I'm showing you all the different types of notchbacks. You have the Mustang front end, you have the Capri front end, you have the Mustang SVO front end, all on notchbacks, all the choices here.
But I did Charlie Sheen once too.
You only need to do Charlie Sheen once. Only once.
That's 2030.
I haven't driven one of these Mustangs in a long time. I bought a brand new 90 GT hatchback in a titanium color with mesh wheels on it from the dealer put that package together, and I bought it off the lot. It was an old model that nobody had bought, so we were into the 91 years, but I bought the 90. It was a really nice car. It was an automatic, but I don't think I've driven a Mustang since then. I mean, a Fox body Mustang. I did buy the 94 when it came out, triple white convertible, and then I bought the 2005 when that came out. Dean says, my favorite of all, but I wouldn't tell you that. You like the silver over the blue?
Blasphemy.
Huh.
Trevor says, what do you mean bipolar? I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
He doesn't win. He didn't win anywhere.
Dracula says, oh, and I do a good James Mason.
That's an old reference.
So says, did you pass out? Did you pass out on a complete stranger's home bar? Hmm.
Oh, we need to get a car. Somebody needs to buy a Mustang from me so I can drive it. Will says, I've been researching both Toyota and Nissan V8 engines. Toyota should have used the 1UZ FE V8 for the Supra, and Nissan should have used the VH45 FE V8 for their 200SX and 300SX.
It looks like a license plate. BH.
Yeah. Well, maybe if Nissan used it in the 300ZX, it wouldn't have been such a boring car. Gray Bullet. I love Charlie. I'm glad that he's finally clean. Yeah, it's been, he said, like 7 years now, maybe 8 years now.
Bypass link into a glass of mango nectar. Ooh, tasty. I like guava uh, juice better than mango.
Thunderbird. I like Charlie Sheen in Major League.
I like mangoes, but I like guava juice better than mango juice.
Charlie did quite a few good movies, and I'm really glad that he did not do Karate Kid. He was set to do it. They wanted him to do it, but he had an obligation to another movie, and his father was old school. He says, if you agreed to do the other movie, you're doing the other movie. And he did. And we got the Karate Kid that we got. I can't see Charlie Sheen in a movie like that where he's being bullied with somebody his own size. I just it wouldn't work right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I meant 300 SCX.
Yeah. The Ralph Macchio, even being older, still looked like he was a young teen. So it worked. The whole thing worked, having him as the lead in that.
Mm-hmm.
And no, he was not the bad guy in the movie. Doesn't matter what anybody says. If you go back and watch the first movie, he was bullied pretty badly. And the rest of everything after that was just him getting back at the guy. Stray Bullet hasn't seen an Equalizer in decades. Well, Stray Bullet, you're watching us here in Mexico, and we are decades behind the rest of the world. So it works. When I got here to Mexico, people were still driving F bodies around. Aspens, and which we call darts here. They were still driving them on the street. They were still daily drivers.
I have one.
Huh?
Didn't I have one?
No.
Which one did I have?
The K car.
Oh.
Which is also dart. So it was probably an American car.
Sorry.
Thunderbird. So I'm trying to sell parts on eBay, but getting no traction. I guess no one wants Ford parts. Maybe because you're in Canada and the shipping is so expensive to the US.
Did you tell people that now you can stuff.
Did you put it on Buy It Now or did you put it on an auction? I did really well selling things here on auction, and then our eBay type site got rid of all auctions and changed the whole way they did things, so I couldn't sell anything anymore through
Yeah, they
there.
don't do auctions now.
Because I was selling Hot Wheels and little cars like that. You get two people that want it, and they bid a little car up to 300 pesos that I paid 25 or 30 for. It worked really well for me.
He was the man for Hot Wheels.
Yes,
People knew him.
I sold probably 20,000 lot numbers because I logged every one of them in when they came in, and I went up to 10,000, then reset the numbers, went up to another 10,000, and keep an eye on the chat where we left off. And my name was Coleccionables LM. So this guy local in town here that actually sold me my green dart, he would come over to the house and he'd buy a few Hot Wheels here and there, and then he went to another state and went to a Hot Wheel show there, and yeah, convention, whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I'm from Los Mochis." He says, "Oh, do you know Coleccionables LM?" Yeah, he's my good friend. Oh yes, I know him. Oh my god, you know him?
Yeah.
But I've always been good at seeing a niche and filling it. With the cars that I sell, I didn't fill a niche, I created a niche. So hopefully, the business is gonna grow. But there was nobody. I was importing everything from the US, like Johnny Lightnings and everything. I would get boxes and boxes in because I would have them delivered to the US side, and my buddy's cousin would cross everything and then send it to me down here. And I thought I should have brought my pills in. He
Lower.
So he sent everything down here. Then I would log everything in, take pictures, and put it on auction, and make quite a bit of money. So read some of the things. I have to get my pills.
Give me the microphone. I'm supposed to read it.
It's pill time.
Sorry, guys. Biofly says, does Frody serve shakes? What's Frody? It's like that, like Dairy Queen. We only have Dairy Queen here, and we have the other one. Oh, I forgot what's the name. The other one. He'll remember. Hold on. When he comes back, he'll tell you. But we only have like two main ice cream shops. We have like small ones, but not really. Barco says, I can't imagine James Mason as a Karate Kid either, or Peter Lorre. Sorry. The number says buy it now, but I've had no views on my listings. Is it? Oh, you said it eBay, right? eBay, yeah. I don't know how eBay works. Could you create a website, like a Facebook thing, to send people over to your thing, like make ads maybe on other go to pages are Ford related and put your ads there? Like maybe it's Bafla says it's Frody served shake, but I don't know what Frody is.
I don't know.
Anyway, I was telling him that we only had Dairy Queen on the other one. What's the other one? The other one. Dairy Queen and the other one. They're Thrifties.
Thrifty ice cream.
Thrifty ice cream. We used to have a
How far did you get?
Robinson. Nothing. I'm talking. We used to have the Robinson. Robinson was it? No, the what was it? Baskin Robbins. Burger says, not the number says buy it. He has to buy it now, but I've had no views on my listing. So I was telling him like maybe go to some websites like a few Facebook pages of Fords and publish there. So but it says Hollywood is complete shit nowadays. Elon Musk is talking about opening up a studio to take care of that nonsense.
I don't want to see what he would make either.
No.
There's plenty of people making movies that go against that, so.
Dean says not to be confused with the aspirin. I'll hold it. Okay. Wait, no, it's really loose. It's really loose. Grab it. I'll hold it.
She's talking about the microphone, guys.
I'll hold your shirt while you plug in the microphone.
Yes.
There you go. KJ Kylie's here.
Hello, KJ Kylie.
KJ Kali says, hi guys. Rafa says, not gifted with business skills.
It's not that difficult.
I mean, the basics. I know the basics because we used to
Hmm.
have the business. Candace Young says, good day, KJ. And Barracuda says, I heard that they were considering having Dustin Hoffman as Rambo in First Blood. No idea. This video is like, hey KJ, Bob the Campo isn't feeling well today. Timurgini popped in to say hi.
Hmm.
Triple says, Barry. So yeah, like,
I think Rambo was what's his name? Stallone's a vehicle from day one. I
mm,
don't think it was anybody else was considered.
but, what would you think for his listings to be more viewed?
Put him on auction.
Can you do auctions on even steel?
Yes. Um, Barry. Speaking of Dustin Hoffman, you remember the movie The Graduate? When I saw The Graduate, right? I'm thinking, wow, that woman must be really old. She was like 36 years old in that movie, playing the old woman to Dustin Hoffman's young man. Of course, that was Annette Bening, who is why do I have problems with names? He's Mel Brooks' wife. She's Mel Brooks' wife. But I would have figured 40 in her 40s, at least. You're trying to seduce me, Mrs. Robinson. And no, she was 36 years old.
Am I trying to seduce you?
And Mrs. Spec is older than she was in the movie. Now, really weird. Get that stuff away from me.
I offer Mr. Spec.
Biofly says
Or
all movies will damage Hollywood considerably. Oh, AI movies will damage Hollywood considerably because producers have no imagination. The 80s were peak risk taking and investing by cocaine crazed producers, and they
yeah,
put out some good music, some good movies.
I don't want to go to movies anymore. The only movie I'm interested in is to go to the movies and see
I
is
wonder which one.
generally conscious.
Anne Bancroft. Isn't that what I said, KJ Kylie? Benning. No, I said Benning. Bancroft. Yes, you're right. Josh, let them damage Hollywood. Firefly says, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Sounds like a good investment, Mr. Producer. Wouldn't happen today. Well, that was not even a B movie, but you make it for a couple $100,000 and you get $1 million back. You go on to the next one. You know that was a big business back then.
Mm.
It wasn't Annette Bening. I can't remember her name at the moment. Anne Bancroft told KJ Kylie told us Barry. Yeah, Anne Bancroft.
I have no problem with that, Josh Homan.
Here's another Mexican spec truck, a little bit newer than the white one that I showed that I published, and you could tell that because it has side marker lights in the rear, whereas the 73 did not. But this also has the Mexican bed on it. Somebody asked me if only the tail lights were the difference, and you could see that there's no way to put the US spec tail light on this. There's no wraparound. There's no hole for the wraparound. So no, it's the bed sides and the whole rear of the truck is Mexico only. Oh, Dean says, I do believe you're trying to seduce me, Mrs. Robinson. Yes, that was his line. And I could have, you look at her, she has a little bit of graying hair, and you think 40s, but nope, 30, 36 years old.
I don't have green hair.
So?
Like that you looked at me. You never pay attention, so you have to look at me.
Yes, I had to look. You have graying hair. You just
No, I don't.
You just pull it out.
No, I don't.
Josh, how on earth do you see anything in those tiny mirrors? How much do you need to see? Just if you're changing lanes.
I hate. I've never dyed my hair, so I would hate to start having gray hair because I will have to dye it. I hate dyeing hair.
No Biofly, dual tank truck. That's not a thing in Mexico, especially on a 6-cylinder truck. Stray Bullet. Hollywood has been on a decline for the past 40 years. I don't think it's been that long because, there used to be, Hollywood, Each studio had their thing and they had their people and all that. But now it's a free for all.
Brandon,
And
you
go
mean?
ahead.
Oh, sorry. Brandon just says I'm going to do some work done. Yes, it's beautiful sunny day today. Great catching up, guys. Take care. Take it easy, everyone.
Bye, Granddad's junk. Take care of yourself.
Bye, Granddad. How much is in Australia?
Thunderbird, have we got the shipping set up for your cars yet?
I'm gonna die.
Oh, I know. I still got to get an answer from the shipping guy if his guy can cross the car. Been like a week. He hasn't answered me. He can't use the excuse of it's Holy Week anymore.
No. And if you keep
Because
waiting,
it would be like driving it straight from here straight up to where you are without deviating, not going left or right. So it should be a straight line.
Oh, that was good.
Believe says I was rear-ended by a Ford Topaz once in my '74 Plymouth Satellite. No damage to my car. Well, it's a plastic front end, and the '74 Satellite has a very metal chrome rear bumper. Ford can't hear Mrs. Spec well.
Sorry.
Do you really want to?
Oh yeah.
Do you really want to, Ford?
Mira. Sorry, I was a little bit far away from the microphone because I was eating. So.
Thunderbird, no update on my end. He never replied to my email. Well, I have to get the answer if his guy will come in and pick up the car from me and then just drive it across. Then I'd have to figure out what kind of documents he needs to have permission to drive it across because the documents are going to be signed over to you.
I'm also.
Yeah, he's going to need to have the documents.
Yeah, I'm also on waiting. I'm put on hold because the customs agent in Lázaro Cárdenas that would send the boat probably possibly to Vancouver hasn't answered me about if they can or not send work with
Yeah,
us.
we're getting answers on that Thunderbird to ship them out from the west coast of Mexico to Vancouver, Canada, because we're getting set up with a customs agent in it's Lázaro Cárdenas in the state of Michoacán, not the place I want to go to, but that's where it is, and it's roll on roll off, so it's not a whole container and $5,000 or any
Well,
of that.
that's what they need to confirm.
Oh, okay, they need to confirm that then. Yeah, so we're still working on that.
And also the one from Veracruz to Puerto Rico.
There is no Puerto Rico. Roxanne said there's no route to get there, and we don't work with any other company out of there. So
Roxana or
Roxana
or
Stray Bullet says the damned gas pump filler hoses were rarely long enough to fill both tanks without turning the truck around. Yeah.
That's what we asked Karina.
Karina doesn't work for the shipping company. All she does is do documents. She doesn't know
works
about shipping
with
routes.
The shipping
It doesn't matter. She doesn't know shipping routes. All she does is documents. Very Kuda. If you look it up, I think you'll find that several actors were considered for John Rambo in First Blood, including Steve McQueen, and I think Robert De Niro. Oh, too bad they didn't leave Robert De Niro in the forest over there.
Pearl says she also you just fine. I do too.
She tries.
I love yelling at you.
She tries.
The number says maybe we should just put our effort toward investing a teleporter.
Inventing a teleporter? You know how big the teleporter would have to be, or you want me to do it piece by piece?
Pearl says that it's a pretty car.
The red one? It's shiny.
Regular says McQueen wasn't interested and he died anyway.
Yeah.
How did he die?
Probably cancer. He smoked a lot.
Baba says Dark like those lose those rims.
Yeah, I don't like clown wheels either. But there's plenty of stock wheels around to put back on it. Yeah, lose those rims. That's right.
Trouble says, "Hey, that guy. I was reading his book,
Cool.
McQueen.
Oh,
I was reading his book, and I was enjoying the book, but somebody got mad at the person that owned the book that I was borrowing it from, and they burned the book, which I think is sacrilege. But to each his own, I guess."
hmm.
Barracuda says, and James Garner. Ford says the T-Bird. The T-Bird is the one that is a cool car.
I didn't see the T-Bird. I'm looking at the chat. Sorry.
Thunderbird says, my Thunderbird came with rims just like that. Lol.
Ugh.
So it says, James Garner was the most underrated actor in the business.
He did a lot of acting. I don't think he was underrated.
Firefly says, blasphemy. I know. It's blasphemy to burn any kind of book.
Thunderbird, when I bought my 69 Superior Hearse Cadillac in Las Vegas, the guy was using it as a tattoo parlor in the back. So he had like centerline style wide wheels on it. The first thing I did was went to the junkyard, got 4 stock wheels from a Cadillac, put new tires on it, and gave the car its dignity back. And then painted it white. It was a dark blue that somebody painted. I painted it white again, black crinkle roof, stock wheels and tires, tinted the side windows because it didn't have anything inside. The guy removed the rear plate, the rear table, and everything. It was a side service car. Removed the rear table and everything, and people thought it was in service again after I got done with it. It looked really good.
Triple says, love James Garner. Coral says, retro rims are better.
Whatever it came with stock, just put it on there.
Barracuda said, what book was burned? It was I believe it was the biography of Steve McQueen, or he was just talking about his life, or what, I don't know, whatever. It was a book about Steve McQueen. He was talking about his life when he was a boy and whatever. Chevrolet says James Garner was 100 times the actor that Stallone is.
Yes, but I don't think James Garner was 100 times the businessman that Stallone is.
Probably the same. Trying to decide between watching Westworld or McKenna's Gold.
You're talking
And
about
McKenna's Gold.
the Westworld series. That was pretty good. I must admit. I recently watched the old movie, and they could have done better with that, but they were very limited on their technology at the time because Yul Brenner just didn't hit me as a robot.
Ford says center lines are for the racetrack.
Picture a 69 Cadillac hearse, dark blue with center lines on it. It did not look right. Did not look right at all.
The number says there's a good documentary about Steve McQueen called American Icon. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't really care for Steve McQueen. Like, I didn't know who he was, but I've always loved reading, so I had the book on my hands and I wanted to read it. It was a good book so far, what I read, but I decided to burn it. Sad.
The original movie's good, but the series is also good. Biofly. The it was only what 10 years ago or something, 15 years ago, something like that.
Chevrolet says he was getting kind of old and beat up after the Rockford Files, though.
Yeah, he was getting older.
But it's not the original movie. Barracuda says I don't seem to be seeing anyone's comments.
Everyone's
comment.
Well, put the chat on live chat, Barracuda. You have to do that every time you come in.
Yeah, every time. You have to check every time. Especially when you like refresh the page or something, or like it does something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But says Yul Brenner disappointed you.
No, I just didn't buy him as a robot.
Whatever says cool hand look anyone?
Different actor.
Ford says, is there a holiday today? Today I don't think so. What's
No.
today?
Today's the
19th?
19th of May of April. No.
No.
No holiday. At the beginning of next month there will be.
At least not here on this hemisphere. And Joshua says, turn it to live chat and you will see all comments.
That's if you want to see Stray Bullets comments.
Rude. Joel says, you know that James Garner did almost all of his own stunts work in the Rockford Files?
I do know that for my parents' anniversary, whichever one it was, can't remember right now, a friend of mine took he had a like new 62 limo, Cadillac limo, with the divider, so it is a limo, and we drove to the restaurant where his trailer used to be parked in the series, and we had dinner there. I don't eat seafood, so I don't remember what I ate, but yeah. And why are you hitting me? My father and his wife.
Pablo says the worst World Series was the great for season one. Afterward, it became girl bossy.
Well, of course, they all do.
Ford says we have fireworks exploding here. Chevrolet
Why?
says somebody tell Barry to change his settings.
I already did.
I did. What I'm watching, I'm rewatching technically. I'm rewatching right now Yellowstone. I love cowboy series, movies, and stuff like that. Not necessarily cowboy, but I like this one. I really like. I really like the show. I don't. I know it's not for everyone, but I really enjoy it. Do you enjoy it, or do you see like meh kind of thing? Yeah, it's like a meh kind of thing. I really enjoy it.
I don't see very many cars in it,
No, there wouldn't be many
and
cars.
I don't like horses.
I know, baby. And horses don't like you.
Barry burned a book that his brother gave him. It was Keith Richards' autobiography, but only because his dog chewed it up. And
Keith
Thunderbird,
Richards.
you don't like seafood. No, I don't like seafood, Thunderbird, because I went to school in the LA Unified School District, and as one of those ecology things, they drilled into our head that the oceans are dirty. The oceans need to be cleaned up. We have to clean up the oceans. So I put two and two together, and well, if the water's dirty, then everything that lives in the water is also dirty. And it doesn't matter what the thing tastes like. As soon as my brain realizes it's seafood, I can't eat it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just stay away from all of it. They fish shrimp here, and you'll come back from the beach, and there's people on the side of the road selling you shrimp. Like, how does that not kill everybody that buys it?
You make sure it's ice.
Yeah, right. On a hot day on the side of the road, make sure it's iced.
Robert says you don't like.
Yeah.
J. Kali says a bodies,
A
A
bodies.
bodies got me through the 80s. K cars got me through the 90s.
They're good, solid cars, especially if they're a stick shift and you don't have to deal with that automatic transmission.
Bergula says my favorite James Garner movie is Grand Prix 1966. Sorry.
Good year.
Pablo says Yellowstone is good, but damn it, I can't devote all that time to watching anything that much. I know.
Vilefly. From because I'm not young, even on Netflix or another thing, I only watch one episode at a time, and I'll come back the next week and watch the next episode. And I don't care if the whole series
No,
is
he
on there.
means like 1 hour episode.
You can't watch an hour,
It
a 1 hour episode.
it might be like me that it just feels too much of a commitment to sit there and watch something for 1 hour.
Well, it's to get your mind off things.
Yeah, but
That's
like,
the whole thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing with anxiety and things like that. You just can't like. How would I? Because in the back of your head, you're always thinking, "Why am I sitting here watching this when I could be doing something else?" It's always
You
in the back
gotta
of your
you
head.
gotta turn that
I
part of your
know,
mind off.
but it's a thing. Anyway, I know I love Yellowstone. Yellowstone is great. Thunderbird says, "Yeah, fish can be contaminated, especially bottom feeders like shrimp."
Yep. There are stories about people that have died, people that we know that died because of the seafood here.
Ford says Stallone's new series is good, but I can't stand him supporting Trump.
I'm watching that series too, Tulsa King. It just I'm having a really hard time believing his character because of his age, because of his mouth, the way he talks, you know. I don't know. I mean, I like the show.
I'm also watching. We're watching The Last of Us. We're finally able to watch it right now.
Does anybody here know what The Last of Us is?
If anyone is watching it, don't spoiler because we're on the first couple of episodes. I can binge watch. Yeah, I know.
I don't binge watch. I don't do it.
I can. If it's a series that I've seen before and I know I love, I can.
She's from a different generation. I don't, because like I explained this to my niece who's like 25 or 26 or whatever the hell she is now. I said, you watch an episode and you think about the episode for a week. What happened? What is the meaning of this and that? And then you come back to the next episode in the next week and you can live in that episode for the whole week and think about it. You're not just going one to the next, to the next, to the next, and you really don't even think about. You're not thinking about what actually happened. You're just going on to the next one, the next one, the next one. I don't like doing that.
Thunderbird says, this is the only TV I watch. Lol. Car stuff and the occasional movie. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube is the only thing that I watch constantly. And sometimes I even rewatch videos that I watched before previously. And that's the only thing that I can watch at the moment because I just can't. My brain just can't. I have to watch something that I watched before. Or I know I cannot watch anything new. So, but says you're Kamala for Brentford. Papa says I also can't watch it because Fly Baby crying eyes are over my shoulder. Yeah, fair, fair. Um,
Well, then you tell the fly baby to sit down and shut the hell up while you're watching the show.
no, not that, but he doesn't want the baby watching what he's watching. That's the thing.
Nobody's taking their clothes off.
On Yellowstone, so many people are taking their clothes off.
I don't want to hear from you at all.
So many people are taking.
I don't want to hear from you at all. No crying about me not giving you any food. You didn't come in the house. So that ended. No, I don't want to hear about it.
But Daddy.
Don't want to hear about it.
But Daddy.
You know when to come in the house for dinner.
Yeah, there's sex and violence and smoking and all kinds of shit. Yeah, there's a surgery happening in front of everyone. Anyway, another series that we're watching that
just read the comments. You have to keep up on the comments.
I am. I'm answering.
Josh Holman.
I'm answering Firefly. Another series that I'm watching right now that I don't know if it's your cup of tea. We're watching The Other Bennett Sister. That's something that
they probably don't have that website.
They can look it up. And it's on the BBC.
And that's for us. Come on, read the comments.
Well, I was saying that's something that Baby Flag can watch. Joshua says lots of people have quit watching TV. Yeah. Paul Rule says, what about catfish, bottom feeder?
Nothing that's in the water I eat. Nothing.
He has eaten before clam chowder, but he cannot eat it for long. Soup. He cannot eat it for long.
No, I can't.
Butterfly says fungi zombies. Yep, fungi zombies. Robert says, yeah, that's why I don't like TV shows. I like the plot to end when the movie ends. So says, Kamala Harris, you mean for?
Gray bullet, don't push it.
Barracuda says the sea is very clean around New Zealand.
Not according to
but he's
the LA Unified School District.
Yeah, but he's traumatized by this point. So, Butterfly says, "Lol, naked people on Yellowstone." Yep.
See they get the kids in the elementary school. Hey, you got to conserve water. You got to do this. You got to do that. Then the kids will go home. Hey, we got to turn off the water. We got to do this. They're controlling the kids, and that was the byproduct of them trying to control us.
Don't let them control
you. Save the earth. We have Earth Day. Earth Day is coming up soon. Whenever Earth Day is. You have to save the earth. You have to save the water. You have to do this. You have to do that. And they get the kids to do that. Well, this was the consequence for that. For them doing that to me. Still can't do it. However many years later.
Roughly. No. And the number says that's because all the Aussies sponge out the.
That's because all the Aussies sponge out the filth in the water, eh, Barry?
Why are you scared?
Sponge out the filth.
He's joking. Chevrolet says, how about a nice raw oyster Mexican?
Not gonna happen.
I love oysters.
No.
I haven't had them in so long. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know if I still love them because I went through a phase.
Don't get her going, straight bullet.
Where I don't like slimy stuff anymore, and I haven't had oysters in years and years and years and years. So I don't know if I like them anymore. I tried. You know what I tried the other day that I have never tried before? Tuna, but like fresh. The tuna, the actual freaking tuna.
Not from a can.
Not from a can. The fresh tuna, and it's like it's like raw tuna. It's raw. So and when I went with Carolina to eat, she ordered tuna. tostadas of tuna. And I was like, I've never had tuna before. And she's like, oh, try it, try it. I said, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Might as well just taste the thing. And the taste was good, but the texture was weird because it's raw fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either. Sushi, people eating raw fish when they're dirty to begin with. No.
It's weird. It was weird. I didn't particularly like it. It was good. I don't understand why people like it.
And Josh is correct. It's impossible for people to destroy. Well, with nuclear weapons, maybe, but for people to destroy or save the planet.
Trouble says, I'm going to try to forget that he said that if I never hear that nonsense again. Ford says, sushi tuna. Yeah. Buffalo says, I only eat smoked oysters. Tuna steak is overrated and dry. It wasn't dry.
Oh, no. Let's not get Vilefly talking about food.
Why?
Because it will never end.
Whatever says, Josh Homan agreed, but I'll try my best to destroy the planet if we all band together, we can.
let's start all our old cars at the same time. It's not like the trees need carbon dioxide or anything.
You're so mad. No. Anyway, Buffalo says, no raw fish for me. Need to do some chemistry by cooking it.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of places here that call themselves sushi, but they serve cooked fish,
yeah,
or whatever it is. So it's not raw.
We have sushi in Mexico, but
it's not sushi by definition.
But the majority of the sushis are not considered sushi by the Japanese standards. We have so many weird. Just to begin with, we have our sushi breaded. Just for a thought, we have it breaded, and then on some sushis they even have inside, they have beef, and they have cheese, and like they're breaded and they're covered in bacon and cheese on top. So it's not like what you would call
Thunderbird's
a sushi.
Leaving.
Thunderbird.
Good night, Thunderbird.
Good night, Thunderbird.
If I hear from the guy, I'll let you know. I'm gonna get on him tomorrow morning.
But I'm
really gonna be concentrating on the guy that's sending me money for a truck tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have to be in front of that computer in case his bank has any questions for me.
Forces, I'm not try this person. Mexican isn't either.
No.
I can try it. Like I'm not gonna say no.
Everybody knew that about me, and then in the 80s, my friend just cuts a piece of kiwi and shoves it in my mouth. Disgusting.
But did you eat it?
No, I spit it out. Disgusting.
Kiwi is a hard fruit to because you either hate it or you love it.
No offense, Dean.
Yeah.
Very, but disgusting.
Josh says rough is just too risky. Buckler says this is disgusting. Here, try it. So anyway, who wants a Ford Carriol?
Yeah. A 4-door Ford Carriol. Rare. This is the first one I've ever seen as a 4-door. And it's a brick nose. Not many of these were sold because the Chevy Suburban came out in 1987 in Mexico. So nobody had any reason to pay the double amount to have one of these made when you could just go to Chevy and buy it ready made on the lot. Although the odd thing is that every 87 Suburban was a manual.
Am I right?
And then in 88 they brought out the automatic in it when you could get a 1987 regular cab short bed in an automatic. It didn't make any sense to me. But this is Mexico, so nobody knows.
I'm sure someone does.
Yeah, there's a lot of sushi sold in the world in Japan and all that, but no, I won't. I don't like going into those places. You can imagine what I thought when I went to the big mall in Guadalajara, La Gran Plaza, and it's a huge food court. And of course, I get the barbacoa. It's pork meat cooked in its own juices and put in the tortilla, and he spreads the juice on the tortilla too. And I said, well, ask my son, what are you gonna get? Oh, I'm gonna get sushi. What? At least he didn't say he was getting a salad.
Fair.
Yeah. I took my niece, the 25, 26-year-old, like a year ago, year and a half ago, to the mall near her school is, and she got a salad, and the salad was like 130, 140 pesos
The pizza was
for a frickin' salad.
the pizza was the same price.
Yeah,
The whole pizza.
for a frickin' salad. I got a plate of ribs, and it wasn't much more than that. Like, what the hell are you eating?
Ford says we got some arena in our lettuce here in the USA. Yeah, I don't have an issue by eating salads outside of my house because in my house I can at least make sure that it's clean. We have in Mexico we use very frequently. Um, we don't just rinse the lettuce. We soak it in it's called silver silver. I don't remember what it is, but it's specifically to kill the bacteria. A lot of people say, "Oh, it kills cancer and whatever." No, it doesn't, but it does kill bacteria when you use it as intended. You let you wash the lettuce, then you let it sit on the water with the specific drops of silver, whatever, on it, and it's safe to eat. So yeah, we do have that. We eat all our veggies and fruits after cleaning them like with that. I don't know how
But
to do it
they
in
start
yours.
out fresh. They're not from across
Yeah,
the country. Then comes in. It's been sitting in a truck for days. It's fresh.
yeah.
Belief says there's a lot of sushi sold in Toronto and surrounding areas. Yeah, but cooked cooked fish.
Mm.
I think if you go to Google Translate and put in sushi to see what it is in English, I think it's raw fish.
Triple says, I like my fish cooked. It boils out most of the mercury. Believe yourself, is not all sushi is raw. Yeah. In Mexico, very few sushis are raw. Papa says, my wife let me, so tonight I will be eating fugu. Some Japanese guy fugu equals raw puffer fish, poison risk.
Oh no, no thanks.
Ford says, silver is antibacterial. Yeah. It's a silver mixture of some kind. I don't remember what it's called right now, but it's called silver something. Papa says, bad sentence. Nancy?
Nothing
Ah,
left.
join. Se acabó el agua. He doesn't like me anymore. I let him get trapped on the container. You stick your whole head in the container. It's your fault.
I gave your chicken to Vanjie, so there. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I have to go to the doctor tomorrow.
Do you?
Well, I have to go to the clinic tomorrow.
At what time?
11, I believe. I have
Okay,
to
because
check.
we're staying up to watch the shows.
Yeah.
We're only at 970 out of a
I have to take my
1,117
pill.
pictures.
Or hold it. I have to take my pill.
Firefly. National Geographic taught me that little Japanese thing. The pufferfish thing? Remember, Ford says, silver is not a color. That's what I tell people all the time about silver cars. We didn't hear Tony mention once about the price of silver tonight. That was weird. Nobody asked him either, but
Is he investing?
oh yeah, definitely. He buys it all the time. Why? Stop it. Stop yawning. The cat made me do it. I'm gonna blame everything on him.
Oh, poor cat.
You know, I was dating this woman in Vegas. She had 3 kids and a dog in the house. And just to see what
In the
happened,
trailer.
well, whatever. Just to see what happened, I told the oldest one that if your mother ever accuses you of something, you blame your sister. And I told her,
Your
you
sister.
blame your little brother. And I told him, you blame the dog. And there was a broken lamp or something, and I actually saw this. Amanda, did you do this? No, Danielle did it. No, Timmy did it. Timmy says dog. He had a mild case of cerebral palsy from birth, so he was, in all these sessions to get over it and stuff. But I actually saw it in process. No, she did it. No, he did it, dog.
Did she look at you after that? Like, what did you say to that?
It was funny.
Mommy,
It was funny to mess with their heads like that.
Mommy, baby.
That's what I enjoyed most. Stray bullet, I just eat and hope that it doesn't kill me. Hopefully, I build up an immunity to the various bacteria. I just avoid it and eat meat. It's cooked. Much less chance of anything happening.
Well, that's a chunk I picked up before internet got National Geographic magazine. Freaked out the next generation with the random facts.
It's funny how even kids have these things in their pocket that has all the information in the world, and they're the stupidest generation ever. They know absolutely nothing about anything.
Ford says, I posted 2 months ago to get ready to short oil. Firefly says, funny blame game.
It worked. That I learned that I should not mess with kids' heads because I had a Honda Accord when I lived in Vegas. And I went back to California and my niece was in the car and the clock in my car was 2 minutes earlier than the time and then her time, the watch that she had. I just told her, oh well, Vegas is 2 minutes earlier than California. And years later, when I saw her again, I was with her and I says, remember when I told you that? Did that ever come up? She says, yes, I argued with my mom for a full day over that. I just knew that Las Vegas was 2 minutes earlier than California. I just knew it. I said, okay, I'm sorry about that. I will never do anything like that again. Have you guys ever seen a Datsun or Nissan 720 carryall? Here's one right here. Two-door, made into an enclosed. It already went away. Enclosed truck. There's very few of them out there, but they are out there.
Why are you yelling so much?
Who said I'm yelling?
Stop yelling.
I'm not yelling.
Stop yelling.
I'm not yelling.
Oh.
She always accuses me of everything.
Okay, what is this? Oh my god.
It's always the cat's fault.
It's not the cat's fault.
It is.
Stop it.
You're taking the blame.
I'm taking the microphone.
Lazy butt. Am I yelling, guys? I'm only getting into the yellow on the graph. I'm not getting into the red. I could.
No.
No, Ford 720 is the number on the truck. The model before that was 620. The model before that was 520. And then after that, they went to D21, which was the hard body Nissan truck. But those are the numbers that Nissan assigned to that style of truck. 510, 610, 710. The 10s were the cars. The 20s were the trucks. Read it.
Ford says 720 is a car usually.
Not that one.
But the Corfanos, it looks like a Pathfinder.
Yes, but they never made a Pathfinder on the 720 chassis. It was only on the D21 hardbody. So, but this was made by a conversion company.
Joel says, why don't they just teach the kids life without looking like complete idiots?
Why don't they just teach the kids basic subjects to get them through life without looking like complete idiots?
Sorry,
because everybody has an agenda. Everybody knows that you get the kids early and the stuff gets stuck in their heads. That's why Mrs. Spec here, why are you brushing your teeth with the water on? Turn the water off. We don't have water here.
We have a shortage of water.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Did you saw
the reservoir is 70% full.
No es cierto.
It is.
Yes, go check it.
Go ahead. Ford says banter is funny. It's not banter. It's bickering. Biofly, knowledge had to be worked for in our time. You actually had to do research in lots of books to find it. The fun books were from the 50s and 60s. Our encyclopedia set had a lamination of a nuke. Lamination? Oh, okay, the plastic thing that, okay, yeah. I don't know where I got them, but I had boxes and boxes of National Geographics from late 60s, early 70s. And all I did with them was cut out all of the car ads because they had a lot of car ads in them. Cut out all the cars from the ads, and I had this old broken mirror, and I put Dana Plato's picture in the middle, and I put the cars all around her, and I glued them all around her because she was in my junior high school when I was there. She was attending the same junior high school. So, and it was from one of her. It was a skincare ad. I mean, she was already young, but it made her look younger in a skincare ad. Yeah, I had there was 72 Thunderbirds and LTDs and all kinds of stuff there.
14%.
Right now,
Sí.
that's not what I heard.
Pues,
so that's a lie.
Mira.
Straight bull. Schools are practically useless now. Yeah, for what to teach a kid what he needs to know. Yeah. Believe in yourself. Okay, that banter just made me laugh. Or COVID put kids 3 years behind on basic math, English, and spelling. Well, yeah, it did. My son, if COVID didn't hit, he would have been at the top of his class in high school, but he wasn't because he didn't complete everything that he needed to complete, or his grades weren't as high as they would have been if he was actually in class and learning the material. So it did rob him of that. Because at his graduation, he was not in the top five or whatever. He was very close, but he was not in the top five. Luckily, he's gotten over that, and he's at the top of his class in medical school.
Professor, the Golden Book of Household Chemistry got banned due to the radioactive Boy Scout who tried to add Rotten to American 241 smoke detectors to make plutonium 241 fissionable.
So yeah, don't teach kids anything, and life will be better, I guess.
After that, we couldn't have good books.
That's crazy. One kid does something and they get rid of books. They couldn't foresee that and not put the book out in the first place. They're always reactionary. They don't play chess. They play checkers, or they play marbles in the street. Did you know Barry Kuda left?
Sí, no.
Because he's back now.
No me di cuenta.
Welcome back, Barry. Did you bring us anything?
Remember because he was gonna go do some stuff.
I don't know. Somebody was gonna go eat, I think. Did you say you were gonna go eat? I hope you brought us something good. I thought it was Biofly that was gonna bring us some barbecue sauce. Josh heard that his radioactive hobby killed him. That's probably true because he didn't know how to handle the radioactive materials. But he learned his lesson.
I just checked. He never said he was gonna leave, so there you go.
Mm. That's the problem with these chats, Barry. It's all right there in black and white. He did not announce his departure.
Nope.
Yes, this is the top of the line truck for Chevrolet that year. And no, it has no power windows. Some of them did, but this one didn't.
He couldn't be more comfortable.
No, he's protected here.
The books of that era were self-teaching kind that bridged the gap from rural education to urban education.
Well, that's what some kids needed. Here we have a 720 crew cab that was never sold in the US, so that's another one. And with the Mexico only grill too, the composite headlights that weren't allowed to be used over in the US. I guess they were at this time. But this truck had already turned into the D21 hardbody by 1990, 91. We had this truck till 1993. 1994, the hard bodies came out when they came out in 86 and a half in the US. So there was a lot of years difference in the in the introduction dates, and then that truck stayed in production, Jesus, until 2000, way into the late teens, if anything. They put the Frontier front end on the D21 rear end and kept selling it. So the hard body was sold in Mexico. Let's see, 94, 04, 14, 25, 30 years, something like that. And they had different taillights in Mexico. They had a flatter taillight because a side marker light was not required. So you can't put a set of US taillights on a Mexican truck. Firefly's leaving.
Bye, Butterfly.
Good night, Firefly.
Night. For so yesterday I saw a food truck in Japan, Mazda, 20 feet long.
20 foot
long.
20-foot long
Maybe
Mazda
20 feet.
in Japan. Those are really small streets.
Maybe 20 feet.
That would be really hard to move around. People are taking the Volkswagen combis, like I show here, and turning them into food trucks. The problem is when the roof lifts up and then the part folds down like a counter, it's on the left side of the van because the right side has the sliding door. So if I was to sell one to the US, you would have to park it backwards on a street to sell to people on a curb.
Is there a way to switch it?
No. So the police would get really upset that your driver's wheels are so far away from the curb. I mean, your passenger wheels are so far away from the curb. So that would not go over too well for them. I mean, you could do it in a parking lot or something like that, but you cannot sit on the street. Um, where we stay in Guadalajara, right, is right next to La Gran Plaza, which is a huge mall. But the street that runs next to it, there's a Volkswagen van sitting there that serves food in the morning. I don't know what they serve, but they have they have it parked correctly, but the people are ordering the food from the street. People are standing in the street ordering the food, sitting on they have bar stools there, so you could eat the food right there at the counter in the street. That's what they're doing there. I took a picture one time when I was there. I think it was about a year ago, and put it on Instagram. I think because the Volkswagen van was still in service every day. They cooked the food in there and they served it right there. Right there.
No te preguntaba a ti, metiche.
Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Metiche.
Volkswagen was a very popular car in Mexico, and others had to play catch up. But catch up, not catch up. Then when the Beetle went out of production in 2003, you had small cars like, what was out in 2003? They had the little Chevys, the little Corsa type cars that people were using, and then they went to cars like the Chevy Spark, and like AutoZone had a bunch of the Sparks, and you would see the cable company would come here. They would put this long ladder on the roof of the Spark, and it would stick out front to back, and they would use those as their service vehicles. What?
Si tienes calor.
Not really.
Ford says the emblem was bigger than my hand.
Yeah. But a 20-foot long food truck, you can serve a lot of Japanese food out of there. You don't need a lot of room to put together Japanese food.
Why is it foot and not feet?
What?
Why is it foot and not feet?
What are you talking about?
20 foot long.
Yes, 20 foot long. That's a measurement. That's not your 2 feet.
Why isn't it 20 feet long?
Because that's not correct.
I'm confused.
English is a confusing language, but so is Spanish. Why is it la mano?
Porque es una mano.
Mm-hmm. La, feminine, mano, masculine. Hello, Buff. That's okay. We're still going to be here for a while.
Thank you, crap.
These pictures are going really fast because we've only been here. We're only coming up on 2 hours, and we had more than half the pictures to show.
Mm-hmm. I didn't choose the time. So what is with driving necessarily large vehicles in America?
Yes, you absolutely do. But everybody figures if I get into an accident, I want to have the biggest vehicle out there.
Of course, this was a burger truck, by the way.
Oh well, then they need more space for the griddles and for the oil, for the fries and all that stuff. Yeah, it takes up more room than sushi.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Ay, pobrecito.
My dad's wife was always like that. 73 Oldsmobile 98. That was her driver that she got from her mother. She bought from her mother. Her mother would never give her anything. She bought from her. She's driving the biggest car on the road. Then went to a Crown Victoria, which at the time was you couldn't get much bigger than that.
Or if that wants to know if you're feeling better, Buff.
People usually don't feel better at night.
I feel like I feel like I should call him Mr. Buff.
Why?
I don't know.
Mr. Buff.
Mr. Buff.
No, that means something different.
I don't know what it is.
Well, then you know, Stray Bullet, his daily is like a 7,000 pound truck. Yeah. Empty. Load it up and yeah.
Every time you always have a booger on that eye. Always.
Well, that eye produces whatever. The other eye doesn't, or he cleans one side and not the other. Does anybody like the Chrysler Spirit anymore? I mean, I put a few of them in here, but they're automatics, and I would never sell an automatic. Yes, that's my editorial saying this is a beautiful jade green Beetle. I just like the color.
Your editorial?
Yeah, it says beautiful jade green.
Uh,
This color looks so good on the Beetle. So good. Buff, I've got a guy that wants a car in Puerto Rico. You have any idea how I could get it there? I know people ship stuff to Puerto Rico all the time from over there, from like Texas or something, but I don't know how to do it.
yeah, I'm sure someone does. I don't think it's like talking about your statement.
No.
Bob the Campos says, I was so sick all day, I slept for the last 4 hours. I feel a little better. I'm glad.
Good. Is it something you ate or is it more serious than that?
You don't have to share if you don't feel like sharing.
Well, I didn't ask for specifics.
I'm still saying.
In the background of these pictures, you can see how Mexican houses look. There's a blue one over there, a beige one, and a green one. That's how they paint. That's how they paint the houses here.
Ford says that car is blue metallic.
This Beetle is jade green. It's definitely green. Not getting any greener.
Tráeme galletas.
No.
Tráeme galletas.
No.
¿Por
It's
qué
dark
no?
green.
¿Por qué no?
You can eat after this.
No, tráeme.
Yes, you had your yogurt. No more.
¿Cuántos faltan?
Thank you, Buff. I asked the guy too, does he have any family in Florida? Because I could ship it there and then they could ship it. I'm sure it's not that far from Florida to Puerto Rico, but my shipping company does not have a direct a route to Puerto Rico. He has an extreme sore throat. Oof, that could be viral. I'm making noise over there.
So what it says, I'm kind of surprised that more people don't grab up some of these Beetles.
So do I. But there's this thing against Mexican Beetles because they weren't made in Germany. Oh, they're lower quality. They're this. They're that. Well, you're not going to get a 2000 model German Beetle, so you don't have much of a choice. So I finally found a Ram charger for my previous client, and I'm working on that deal as well. The truck looks really nice, except for the bezel around the instruments has a little damage on it. It's broken. But I don't know if they sell the bezels over there. They sell them here for 900 and something pesos. But I can't get it here because I would buy it and take it directly to the port to be shipped. I'm sure I could. I guess I could ship it to Karina, maybe. I don't know. Yes, Ford. The Ram Charger is only a two door, like all Ram Chargers ever, and these are all two-wheel drive. But I found a really nice red 2000 model 4-speed manual. Not a lot of miles on it. The hood and the fenders have been painted, but they were buffed out to match the rest of the paint. It could use a set of tires and it could not. So maybe. Um, it doesn't have any damage on it. Paint looks nice and everything, so I think he's gonna go for it. The problem is the owner of the truck says from Monday to Saturday he doesn't get home until after work after it's dark, so he couldn't give me any pictures until Sunday. So I'm thinking, how the hell is he gonna sell the truck to me?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a problem.
Marco Campos says it's 200 miles from Florida to Puerto Rico. He and his father fly small planes across.
Yeah, but there's vessels that go from Florida to Puerto Rico, delivering stuff. So I know that's a thing. I just don't have it from here.
Triple says, hope you feel better soon, Bob. Ford says Durango is Porto.
Yes, it is. Always has been since 1998. You and I both have one, Ford. We both know that. But they're not the same vehicle. Because when I have my muscle memory from my Durango, and even though the steering wheel and the dashboard and everything looks similar in the Ram Charger, they're not. The headlight switch is in the opposite position as the Durango. It's the upper position, not the lower position. A couple of things are mixed around. So when I get into a Ram Charger and I reach for the headlight switch like my Durango, I'm not touching a headlight switch. So I gotta consciously reach to where the headlight switch is on the Ram. It's a little bit different.
Also, in the Durango, the center console is an armrest.
Yes.
In the Ram, it's a pizza rest.
Yeah, it is. And this is the truck on the screen here that I'm selling to the customer that's going to be sending me money tomorrow. This silver one here. Because you'll see the seats that are damaged. That's all been repaired. The center console has not, but the seats have been repaired. The driver's seat and the passenger seat. And tires are good. We have to put a windshield in it, but this is the one that we have to drive down to Veracruz this next coming week.
So this is 200 miles is a good. It's a good haul in light planes, smuggler kind of stuff.
There's no reason to smuggle anything from Puerto Rico to Florida. Puerto Rico is American.
Ford says same stock 360 V8.
Some of the Ram Chargers had it, the top of the line. This one does because it's a SLT Plus with the leather interior. You could in the SLT, there was a choice of the 318 or the 360 or the 5.2 Magnum or the 5.9 Magnum. But in the base model, which is what the manual 4-speed manual has, it's only a 5.2 manual, a 5.2 Magnum. So I've not driven one of these with a 5.2 any distance. The you'll see in a minute, there's another one I think is in here, which is a silver one from Guadalajara. A year ago, my son's mother was with me when we bought a Ford Carryall in Guadalajara, and I saw that this truck was for sale on the other side of town, which is a big town. It took us a while to get there. It was a 2000 4-speed manual in silver, and we went to go look at it. All of this has been replaced. All of this has been fixed. So we went to look at it, and I drove the truck, and it was for a client, but it had damage on the right rear quarter panel. And when I do publish it this next time, I'm going to publish it with all of that being repaired and then delivered to the Nogales border. The truck whole truck is going to be painted, the body damage fixed. The truck is going to look brand new because the inside is really nice and not a lot of miles on it either. So the guy that bought it a year ago, because he got reported as sold. Guy that bought it a year ago is now selling it again. I said, "Did you buy this truck about a year ago?" He says, "Yeah, about a year ago." Yeah, okay. Well, I've already driven this one, so I already know the truck. Hopefully, he put the truck in his name. Hopefully, he didn't just leave it in the other guy's name. But I guess I would have to buy a new set of plates anyway because it has the old Jalisco plates and they're not valid anymore. For some reason, they want all plates in Mexico to have the QR code on it. For what? I don't know. Nobody ever runs the QR codes on license plates. It's just as easy to run the digits. So I don't know. They're making everybody in Jalisco change their old plates, which is a shame because that was the only state that didn't make you change out the plates every 3 years to the new plates that have QR codes. It's just a shame because I have one, two, three cars here with Jalisco plates, the old ones. So unfortunately, I can't keep the plates on there. I don't think. Not that I'm paying registration anyway on them. They're just sitting here in my backyard.
Other couple says their flying was after restoring the planes. They stop at islands along the way for fuel. For me, that's not comfortable in a single engine plane.
I would never get into a single engine plane. I know I'm not a musician, but still, the anxiety would kill me.
Ford says I need the
AC
AC
hose.
hose on mine. Sorry,
We'll go to an AC shop and have them make it for you.
when it's the
That's what
last
we do.
message, it's always hardest to read.
Yeah, that's what I do. What was it on there? It was on. What was it? It was on one of the vehicles I was selling. I think it was on the carryall. Something was it was a leaking power steering hose or whatever. So we took the hoses off, took it over to a hose shop, and they made us new hoses, and it was very inexpensive. And we put them back on, and everything was fine.
Because nothing makes sense anymore.
See the damage that's on the center console is right where my arm is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need a
Right.
something something covering that.
Tape.
That's a lot of money for it.
Ford says 120 US dollars. I priced it.
Is that to buy one, or is that to have one made? So I have a shop over here, an AC shop I've been using for 25 years now, and they handle everything in house. They'll make the hoses, they'll do everything, and they'll hand it back to me and with the air conditioning system in perfect condition because my Durango has front and rear air, so they make sure that both of them are working and both of them are in good condition. And he did just recently have to put a heater core in it, but that wasn't a problem either. Remind me to tighten down the screws again.
On the hose?
No, on the dash.
Trouble says you put your life in the hands of like coming or continental buff. Ford says he fixes mine.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna make a new hose and then put it in. So that's parts and labor. These tires are pretty good. Not brand new, but and the biggest miracle about this silver Ram Charger is it has all four of its wheel caps. All four of them.
Ford says, but it's double thick hose.
Whatever's required.
Bob says, same here on the Zephyr. A hydraulic shop made up new hoses. Works great.
Yep. You don't need to go to AutoZone and ask, do you have this hose? No, you get them made. There's everybody here, everybody, the mechanics all here know where to go to have things done, to have things rebuilt. You don't rely on, one of the big auto parts stores and, that maybe they'll have the right hose in stock, maybe they won't. It's better to have your hose redone because you know it fits. Somehow we got back to number one picture again.
Oh, cool.
But we haven't even been on for 2 hours. and we need to be on for longer for our watch hours.
Keep talking.
I'll keep talking.
I'm sleepy.
Well, we have to watch shows after this too.
I'm sleepy.
Double the factory hose. You mean double the thickness? You sure you have room and everything for that? I always go back to what came out of the factory. That's what was engineered, and that's what it needs. I also have to get more organized with people that ask me for cars and stuff. I'm gonna have to start like I have to get a rubber band or something and put it around all the people that have asked me for cars recently because it's just getting out of hand. I can only handle two, maybe three sales at one time. It's like we can go to Jalisco and buy the silver one. We can pass by where the red one is and look at it in person, but the guy doesn't. The guy's at work, so that's going to be a problem. And then we could go deliver the silver one, come back and get the red one. You know, I know you have time problems.
How's the video coming up?
What video?
Of all the sales.
I haven't started it yet. Every time I get to do that, I get busy doing something else. I had a customer that wanted Grand Wagoneers or Wagoneers, so I made a big list of those. So I got to do potential sales before I can do anything like that. And then see if you guys. I came up with a thought that I could do a video, put like 4 or 5 dusters on the same video, and all of them are the same price. $10,000, take your pick. Landed in Florida, you know, like that. Just here's 4 of them. Take your pick. Which one? Maybe I'll do some videos like that with Beetles, with Volkswagen vans. Certain different vehicles. I'll put those videos out and see what happens. Like I was asking on Buffs Live, is $10,000 too much for a clean, mostly original duster with a slant 6? Not nobody's bothered it, nobody's cut it up. It's still original and no rust.
Or says factory hose isn't called barrier hose.
Barrier hose.
Barrier hose.
Yeah.
Barracuda says the more engines a plane has, the better in my view.
Yeah, you need backups after backups after backups. No, small planes. I would not get on a plane here and fly over to La Paz, Baja California Sur, because those are tiny little planes just to hop over the channel. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Mrs. Spec and I went to the zoo in Guadalajara in 2013 when I bought the Savoy, and we went to the zoo, and they have one of those. What do they call it? That sky. I don't know. It takes you over the park, but it takes you over the park. Like hanging from a like Magic Mountain has it. The Six Flags has it. That takes you from one side of the park to the other, but up in the air. And I thought I was gonna be fine on that, but I had a lot of anxiety. I knew I was not gonna fall, but I still had a lot of anxiety sitting there. So I know I'm not going to be going up in a small plane. Not going to do it. Sometimes I get anxiety on the big planes. So I just have to tell myself to calm down, stop my stomach stop going around in circles, and that's it. What?
Pedro Fernando says 10 grand for rust-free car is good.
Yeah, a rust-free car, nice paint, nice interior, running well, needs nothing. People are paying 10 grand for rusty junk.
Chevrolet is guessing tram.
Something like that.
Baja Campos guesses basket or on a cable.
Yeah. Basically, you're hanging from a cable and it takes you to the other side of the park. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. It's Sky something, like in Magic Mountain, and not remember what it's called.
Fine.
No.
Glass. Sports ball. Sky West. Um,
Do Magic Mountain and then Sky. Yeah, Heights and I don't get along.
Sky Tower. Skyline.
Skyline maybe.
No.
I don't know. It's whatever they call the thing to go over. Sky Death. Yes, exactly. Stray Bullet. Sky Death. Mo Parquet is here.
Hey, Ma, ¿por qué?
Hello, Kay. Hope you're doing well. Why are you up so late? And then there was a movie called Skyfall. Wasn't that a James Bond movie or something? Thanks. That's all I need. Skyfall. Barry said, I like the colors on the houses there. Yeah, each one's a different color. And there's not a thing you can say about it. There's no HOAs here to tell them to paint the same color. Ford, you never get Holden car. No, and Holden is an Australian thing only. Nothing like that ever comes here. The cars that I deal with are made in Mexico with Mexican parts. Later, after that, in the 2000s, then like they started selling Toyotas here in 2001. Hondas were 97, and then Mazda came in, and all of the imports came in and everything. So then they started bringing in complete cars. But before that, like I'm dealing with 2001 and back, those were made in Mexico with Mexican parts.
Like a skillet.
Mo Parquet says, I don't know. I was about to find a code to fall asleep and seen y'all. Find a code?
Yeah.
Are you a computer?
Like a skillet.
Yeah, a ski lift, something like that.
Yeah. No,
Are you a computer? Do we have to put a code into you so you'll sleep? Video, not video. Okay. That makes more sense.
Huh?
Ford asks, what does the Ute look like? It is based on a Chevy Corsa that they made into a pickup truck, and it's for work here. That's what people do with it. They work with it, and it's really hard to find a clean one like the one you just saw. And this van I just published today on YouTube. So Australia got the similar kind of thing, but it was an enclosed van. It was not the pickup truck. Here in Mexico we had the Chevy pickup. That's what it was called, Chevy pickup. There's no other name. There was a Ford Courier. There is the Volkswagen Pointer pickup, which all of them got their names changed later. Chevy was a Tornado. The Volkswagen is what's it? The Volkswagen has another name now. It says Robust on the back, but it's not Pointer anymore. It has another name. Yes, they're factory made Ford. Yes, they're basically a little German car because Europe had them too. I don't think they had the pickup. I think the pickup was made in Mexico, only for Mexico.
So, but if I want Mexico to start building cars in the US, I don't think they will.
No,
They are building cars here in Mexico.
there's a lot of cars being built in Mexico, but
Right.
since there's no tariffs anymore, there's no penalty to bring them into the U.S. Trump can't do that. It was. I just went to the post office on Friday. Shit, I have to go to the post office tomorrow.
You should.
Are you going to the?
Doctor?
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you want to go by the post office first? I'll give you the money.
Oh, I thought you were saying let's go together.
I'm not going to that hospital. I'll get sick in there. There's no way. No.
You're so rude.
But it has to be after. No, you can't because it has to be after 10:30. I have to go myself, and I have to make sure it's sent off correctly because I now have the email and the. I have to write that up tonight. Stray Bullet and whatever else they make there. We want them to build factories in the United States. Mexico has stopped building a lot of stuff, and we bring in Chinese crap. which is counterproductive. Kind of weird. There's Chinese stores everywhere. You can find anything in there, and it's all garbage. Ford, the problem with selling it in the US is safety. There's nothing safe about that little truck. Nothing. There's no airbags. You're lucky to get a seatbelt. Lucky. This is another four-speed manual with 109,000 kilometers on it, which is 66,000 miles, I think. The problem is the front end looks like it's a different color than the rest of it, and the front end just doesn't fit right. So my client did not want this one. Has good tires though.
So, but it says Skillet. That's her original name. It wasn't called Skillet.
No, it's the she's pointing it to what it looks like. You know, basically what the thing is.
In the zoo, it's called the ride is called Sky Zoo.
We every 6 months they have like a carnival here of like a fair, yeah, that has rides and everything. And they had one of those to going from one across, going across. If I'm not going to get on it at a place like Magic Mountain where they maintain it, I'm sure as heck not going to get on it over here where they just brought it in on a trailer and just put it up with some screws. No, that's not going to happen. No.
But so they should have made me name their tram ride. Isn't tram a train though?
Yeah, it's not a tram.
Confused. It's not a tram.
No.
Because it's much smaller. It's just a seat.
Just a seat for two people.
Yeah.
It's like a ski lift, but it's maybe a little bit more enclosed.
It's literally a ski lift without snow.
Yeah. Yeah, Ford, that is low mileage, and the truck is in excellent condition, but it looks like the front end might have had an accident at some time because the door gap on the passenger door to the fender is not good. The hood doesn't close right, and the front end is a different color than the doors back. So my client does not want a truck that was in an accident, even if it has low miles on it. So he likes the one that I showed him. And I have to be in front of my computer at 1:30 in the afternoon because my client lives in Michigan and he's going to be at the bank at 4:30, which is weird because didn't know they do wires that late, but hopefully he'll get everything done. This is the Ram Charger I was telling you about that I drove a year ago. And yes, there's 3 or 4 4-speed manuals on here. I'm saying it's very, very rare. For years, I didn't see any. And all of a sudden, they're all for sale at the same time. But this truck needs a complete paint job. It's silver. It doesn't look like it from a distance, which is probably why he took pictures at night. But the clear coat has burned off the roof and all the way down to the top of the doors, all the way around the truck. So it looks even, but the clear coat is gone on it. And there is damage, which is again why he didn't take pictures of the right rear. He only took pictures from this side because it has damage. And he didn't know that I knew that it already had damage. You can't see the damage in this picture because of the reflections from the wall. So he strategically took pictures. But since I've already driven the truck, I already know what it drives like. I know it's been a year, but it can't drive any, much different. Although if he didn't put the truck in his name, then he's not going to worry about me taking the plates with me to Veracruz. Yeah, I'm gonna no, not Veracruz, to my town, because I would have to bring this here to have the body work done and the paint done. And my body shop said it's going to be 26,000 pesos to paint that whole truck, do the body work and paint the whole truck, and that's about $1,600 to paint the truck silver, do all the body work, do everything nice. If we want to paint the wheels silver again, he'll paint the wheels. Whatever we want done to make it presentable. And then he said that is 4 coats of color and 3 coats of clear. So we may need more coats of clear on the silver. Stray Bullet says a cable tram. It's not a tram though. Cable car in snow country. Ford says. Stray Bullet. Some old timers call it a cable road. Never heard that. Stray bullet. That's how they mined locations inaccessible to vehicles in the old days. Cable trams. I'm thinking monorail. I keep thinking monorail like Disneyland has. I think those are electric. They work off a magnet or something underneath the tram. The tram is what they call the tram is what they call it in Universal Studios that drives you around to the different locations. That's a tram. Needs the cup holders in this one. That's 1,600 pesos on our eBay site. 1,600 for a brand new one. I think it was brand new. What's a train? The one at Disneyland? The one at Universal Studios, they call it a tram. That's what they call it. Did I put this in here twice?
For one.
This red one. I don't know. Front bumper's been hit, so that needs to be pulled out. Tram is a British term for trolley. Yeah, you could call it a trolley, the Universal Studios, even though it's powered by a gasoline engine. Universal Studios tour, not the company, the tour, which was my neck of the woods. We had our 10-year reunion for my high school in Universal City at the hotel right in front of Universal Studios. Monorail is considered a train. I've never heard that. What'd you just do? Right, it's all. I've never heard a monorail called a train. It's called a monorail because it has one rail underneath it, hence the name monorail. I've had two clients on this one Fairmont Wagons manual, and both of them just stopped talking to me for some reason. They won't, I send them all the information. Yeah, I really like the car. Really like the car. It's all original radio in there, everything, 3-speed manual, and they just stopped communicating with me. This is a very clean car for a Fairmont wagon. Monorail? No, it doesn't hang from a beam.
It's a cable.
I guess it could. The beam
No.
above could be monorail too.
Yeah, Skyway is more
Skyway.
like
Yeah.
Like,
I knew it was a sky something.
It's literally a sky lift, but without the snow.
Yeah.
Ski lift without the snow.
Yeah. And I'm not going on one again. I thought I was better, but I was really anxious, holding on tight. I also made the mistake when I was with the woman in Las Vegas. I went with her older daughter to a fair, and we got on the Ferris wheel, and my hands were gripping the bar really, really, really hard. And she started to move the thing back and forth. I said, "If you do that, I'm going to kill you." And she saw it in my eyes. I was not kidding. So she stopped. She was a smart kid. She knew when she could push it and when she couldn't. And this is everybody's favorite car. Everybody's favorite car. I don't think I'd want one in black for where we are, but it's the perfect car for Mrs. Spec.
That one? Really?
Yep.
I like it.
Perfect
No,
car.
I don't think that's
What?
the one before.
Huh?
The one before.
The wagon?
Yeah.
You can't drive a stick.
Learn. Joshua doesn't like the heights either.
Heights are not my thing. And then at zero on Tony's said he just got a new job. His friend owns a window washing company, and he got the job because he's not scared of heights. I'm like, I guess there's one person in the world that can do that. Certainly not going to be me. Not going to be me. Nope. This this Aztec really is not in bad condition. They don't sell for very much here or anywhere. But I remember Vilefly saying that something about the gasket under the hood or something.
Joel says, did you show pictures of the little 311 pickup?
No, I haven't put that back in here.
Or says, Pontiac ugly as hell front end.
That's why nobody's gonna steal it. That's a selling point. And she can see out the back because that back panel is clear, transparent.
What color is it? Does it have to be that one or can I choose a color?
No, there's different colors.
Joshua says, that looks as if they built a car, scratched it flat, and then built another car on top of it.
I think it looks like they built the car, squashed it flat, put a helium hose in there, puffed it back up, and this is what we got. But since it's a Pontiac, it has to have the cladding on the side. But they're not bad driving cars. Not that I've driven one, but it's got the engine, the automatic. It's there's plenty of room in there for all of her friends.
Joshua says, I don't care about how heights don't really bother me.
There, I knew you were weird, Stray Bullet. Just didn't know how weird. I don't even think it's the heights that bother me. It's the falling and killing and dying. That's the part that bothers me. And it doesn't matter how much I know in my head that I can't fall. That doesn't make any difference.
Have you ever tried, not necessarily that you're falling, but that you're being you're launched and you know you're gonna fall, but like really fucking hard and fast?
Stray Bullet says, my body suddenly impacting the earth bothers me a little though. Now I was taking a nap one day and I had an out of body experience. I flew out of my house and I was flying down the middle of my street. No fear at all of falling. None. There was no fear at all. And it felt so good with the wind hitting me like that. And then there was a noise and I was right back in my body. I should have put if I had earplugs in, I would have been able to fly. I've never been able to do that since. But
Of course, here there was a supercharged Aztec van.
really, they sold a supercharged model over there? I didn't know that. I'm assuming this is the original interior because I saw it in 3 or 4 different models of these, the same exact style. So I don't think I'd want to work on it. Look how tight everything is under that hood. It is tight. And there's a bunch of computers there, so. We're not going to sleep for a while. Because we have shows and we have trash to take out, and you're probably going to eat something. Mm.
Says, I'm a private pilot Mexican. I could go on and on about the nightmares.
Ugh. No thanks.
Or says, or he was named different.
A van? Are you talking about the? I don't think the Dustbuster van was supercharged. I don't think they did that. That was a Pontiac Trans van. That was a bad choice of names. Bad choice. Bad choice. Board rules. Did Mrs. Spec say a bad word? Did you say a bad word?
Did I? No.
I don't think so. I
I
didn't.
mean, I do, but not right now.
I didn't hear any. This Beetle is in my town, so if I get a customer on it, the car's right here or fairly close. You don't like the Beetle, Stray Bullet? Why not? It's a Beetle. Beetle. It's a 2001 model, and it can't cross until May. The car was made May 10th, I think. I saw the original invoice. It was made on May 10th, so it can cross May 11th. Or was it May 31st and can cross June 1st? Somewhere around there, which isn't too far away. Josh says, speaking of the Beatles, I have listened to the songs I Want to Hold Your Hand and She Loves You in German. So it was, who sung it in German, though? It wasn't the Beatles.
There is one song.
Ford heard the F word. Did you say the F word?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know that I remember.
Huh. I'm trying to think, Buff, what was a Pontiac supercharged van? Trans van was the only van that Pontiac had. And I don't think it came with a supercharger. Barracuda. My father used to fish off 100 to 140-ish foot high cliffs. He first took me fishing when I was 7, and I fished there for many years. But now just remembering it scares me. What if you catch a really big one and it pulls you?
Now I'm just gonna give you nightmares.
Stray Bullet. Not smart to try to sell it like that. Mrs. Spec did. They say you said something bad.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Why not sell it with Beatles on the side, Stray Bullet? A lot of people like Beatles. The Beatles. It's a Beatles beetle.
I'm gullible. If you keep saying it, I'm gonna believe it.
But we'll run back the live and see what you said.
What do I do?
At 2 hours 23, well, 2 hours 20 minutes from there, we'll see what it is. I don't think she said anything.
I got up. The chair made noise.
Ford says, I'll look it up if I remember later. Monday. Well, for you guys, well, you're in California, Ford, but for everybody else, well, you're also in California, Stray Bullet.
So it's okay.
But it's already Monday. I don't remember a supercharged version either, Buff. Because it just wasn't something that they were gonna supercharge. It was a family vehicle.
Agárrale los lados. Agárrale los lados.
You're not gonna hang it from it?
No.
Stray Bullet saying you did.
Fine, I did. I don't care.
Or maybe you misunderstood what she said.
Not only for publication. I can throw it if I want to.
You're not cute, Joey. You're not cute.
He is too.
Or Buff, this was a V8 maybe. A V8 van? That's even worse. Did Pontiac make anything with a V8 other than the Firebird? I don't think so. Pontiac. This is a different Ford car, Buff. It's not the red one. And Buff, 2001, which one this is, it's the only one with these tail lights. 2002, they made the tail lights much bigger, the whole side of the car. So this is the only year with this style of tail light. We're all adults here, Stray Bullet says. The cat isn't. He's a cat. An old cat. He's old now.
He's like 7.
Has it only been 7 years? Danny's like 15 now. He can't be 15. Maybe 13.
2005.
Danny's not 2005. That's when the kid was born.
2015.
Who?
Danny.
Danny?
Yep.
He's only been here 11 years?
Yep.
Chris was much smaller than that.
I know. I have a picture of Danny. Literally have a picture of Danny being a baby. I posted him on Facebook saying, "Who wants this cat? Who wants this female cat?"
Female.
Yeah.
You thought he was female?
We thought it was.
Danny was brought by Chris. When we weren't,
I
we
know
were
which
not
cat we're
trying to give
talking
the cat.
about.
We were not trying to give the cat away. That was never a thing.
Yeah, at the beginning because we thought that it was someone's cat, so we were like, "Hey, did somebody lost this cat?"
I didn't think that. I knew he stole him.
No, at the beginning, Christian was saying that he didn't steal it.
Well, I know the kid lies.
Well,
It's a family tradition to steal a neighbor's cat.
and the dogs apparently.
Yeah, the GTO did have a V8 buddy, but that was an Australian car, so it doesn't count. It wasn't a Pontiac. You still didn't get your cookies.
No, pues estoy guardando todo para mañana. Tengo mi mochila lista, mi bolsa. Me voy a llevar los headphones. ¿Están cargados? No están cargados. Los voy a cargar. No va a tardar.
I have not driven one of these little Ford Kas. I don't know how they drive. It worries me that the rear wheels are so close to the rear end of the car. Any slight little hit from the back will affect everything under there. Oh, it's got a gel battery. That's more than the car. More than the car's worth. Well, guys, we've been on here for 2 hours, 27, 28 minutes. So we still have a few other things to do tonight before we're able to sleep because Mrs. Spec has to go to a doctor tomorrow, and I have to go to the post office to send something to Germany. We are allowed to sell. We can all now send to the U.S., so I have to get that all set up again. I have a lot of customers that want the tail lights that I sell. I already sent a message to my suppliers asking him to please check with his local post office, his office there, to make sure that they know that we can send to the U.S. But I just don't know how much the postage is going to be anymore. They changed everything.
Yeah.
So now we have to send the recipient's email and phone number just in case customs in that country wants to contact them to pay whatever it is, whatever they think they owe. But there's no tariffs right now, so they can't be charging any of that. So I don't know what else they would make them pay. But we're just going to comply with everything, and when it gets to over there, it gets there. I do have quite a few customers waiting for that. So I got to get on that to get more money in here. But the priority is being in front of the computer when my client's at the bank to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Because if he sends it off Monday in the afternoon where he is, it's not going to get into their system until the next morning, Tuesday morning. I'll probably see it in the system here Tuesday afternoon, which is already too late to change the dollars into pesos. So Wednesday would be the first time I would be able to get money, the pesos in my account, and then we have to start planning and paying for plane tickets and everything else to get out of here. So it's going to be a late week again. But I've already talked to the owner of the truck, and he's not where the truck is. He's actually in Mazatlan over here doing some kind of job. So I told him I'll probably be with him on Friday. He says, okay, no problem. Nobody else is going to buy the truck before that. So he's got it put away. So that's good there. Now, if I could just get the guy with the red one to do what he needs to do, because I need the size of the tires that are on the truck so I could get a price of the tires in that area, not the Chinese stuff that we put on the last one, but decent tires, and give the customer a complete price on that, because it's not really not a lot of money for that truck, as nice as it is, and with a 4-speed, and not with a lot of miles on it. So I think he's gonna really like that one. He didn't really like the paint job that was on the green one. He had some issues with that. So he doesn't want another one that we have to paint or anything else. This one has nice paint on it already, and it's red, 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 gray cloth interior. It does have cold air conditioning already. It needs nothing other than gasoline and maybe a set of tires, because I don't want to take the chance of driving. What do we have to drive? 1,000 kilometers to get down to the port on maybe some pretty bad roads. Because on the last one, if we would have had less than new tires on that truck, the tires would have blown out on that highway. There's no way they would have taken that abuse. Mm. So we're going to do everything we can to be safe out on the highway. But if we are out on the highway, we're going to be live the whole time, just like we did last time. So I'll make sure everybody knows. So good night, everybody. And for next week's, if we're out on the highway, we're not going to be doing a Saturday. We will probably do a Sunday night live, but Saturday we'll be on the road the whole time, and then Sunday morning we'll be on the road, and then we'll get to the hotel and we'll set everything up for the live just like we did last time. Probably at the same hotel, probably from the pool area. It's got to be warmer there, right? Since it's been a couple of months since we've been there. Watch, it's going to be freezing cold. The closer we get to warmer weather, it gets colder there. Kind of weird. Anyway, good night, everybody.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you when we see you.